Okay folks, it's Mike here with a very, very bad back. Oh god, I don't know even why I'm out tonight. Just that my back is killing me. But took a few Anodyne Ultras. That seems to be working up the charm and keeping me going. I've been going for Silent Hill the last couple of nights because of the smog going on here, which has been good for me because the other drivers have decided, hey, we're not going to go out because it's too foggy. And I am, being the adventurous guy that I am, who's desperate need of money, decides, hey, let's go out there and give this a whirl, you know. Well, speaking of people who are in desperate need of money, let's talk DSP, Mr. Darksyde Phil. Yes. Oh God, Phil. Right. There's a couple of things that bother me in terms of YouTube and the internet. Number one, vloggers using Patreon to top up and say they're creating entertaining material when you're vlogging. Two, game players or gamers or let's players, whatever the hell you want to call them, using Patreon. This is the thing. And this is the thing that pisses me off. Because it's pretentious, it's bullshit, and it's downright disgusting. Okay? And I do apologise for the background noise. I can't do anything to help myself out for it, so you have to kind of deal with it, as Batista would say. The thing that pisses me off the most is Patreon is used for your artists, for content creators, for people who want to create shows, series, who want to do comic strips like Sign and Happiness, like if you want to go to guys like Rice Pirate, Ego Raptor back in the day when he was doing cartoons. Not Let's Players. Let's Players have their networks. Let's Players have their kind of deals going on with Twitch. You know, they have, at the end of the day, it takes a lot of work to be a Let's Player nowadays. You know, you've got to build up an audience, get a fan base, gain some good PR so that people can watch you do what you do, you know. Problem is, some people don't want to do that. Now, let's talk to Mr. DSP, Darksyde Phil. Now, I'm probably going to get mentioned the King of Hate channel, being called all sorts of names. But I want to let you know a little bit about myself, Phil, before you say anything, you know, and open your stupid mouth. Firstly, I'm homeless. And I've been working my way out of that homeless because I've taken a part-time job. I've never begged, never borrowed, never stolen anything from anyone. So I want to point that out right now. Number two, I basically, whatever I say here is a viewpoint. It's my viewpoint. And it's a very honest viewpoint, in a sense, from someone who works hard, who's basically, if you're looking at the UK or the Westernized dream or even the American dream, I'm kind of a product, someone who lives by those things, where I believe you work hard, you make your money, you do everything you can to become something that you want to be. You know, I don't e-beg, I don't try and get people to donate money towards me. I always, if I do something like I want to do a documentary or I want to do a short film, I'll try and get crowdfunding from that, or if it's now that crowdfunding is kind of dying, I will go back to the way that you do it before, and that's look into investors. Make a name for yourself as a filmmaker, go out there, get your investors to kind of invest money into your project. That's what you do. I've basically gone down, you know, my life has gone down the shitter quite recently, so I had to take a job doing courier, freelance courier. No issue doing that. I will work hard for whatever money that I earn, because at least I know I earn it. It's mine, okay? Now what Phil's doing is basically asking people to donate an extra $1, all right, a day for his Patreon so he can earn some money, because Phil doesn't want to work. Let me explain something to you. If your channel is not working, or especially your 8 channels, like 5, 6, 7, 8 channels you have, is not working for you and you're not collecting that much ad revenue, maybe you need to go back to e-begging the Twitch to get your shit back together so you can actually get your Twitch channel working and get donations that way. You know, if you want to do that, that's fine. I do not consider playing games to be a profession unless you can, you know, you play in tournaments. Because I know some friends of mine who play in tournaments, they get sponsorships, they work that way. Or you have a Twitch channel where people just use with their hard-earned money if they want to donate to you or not. That's up to them. But asking people to donate to a Patreon so you can play shitty games all day and talk over them and release 20, 30,000 videos. It's not like you're even the Rad Brad who does like a series of videos, talks to you about the game, lets you know what's going on in the game and the mechanics, and even he doesn't ask for a Patreon. But the fact you're doing that, Phil, is disgusting. It's disgraceful. The fact is, if you can't fucking get a job, maybe you should invest some of that money that you have into create something else. You know, you've got a website where you do your own streaming services and stuff, which you upload to YouTube. So, you're not even uploading your own content anymore. It's literally just cut and paste. I could do what you're doing. Fuck. A midget on crack could do what you're doing. But you're sitting there asking people to donate their precious money to you, $1 a day, because you believe you deserve it. And you know what? This is what makes me laugh, the pretentious bullshit people are going on. There are poor people out in the streets that need your help. There are people suffering, fleeing war-torn countries who want a chance to live the dream. And you have pricks like Darksyde Phil sitting there trying to gain a monetary fund from people because he doesn't want to go out and work because his fat, lazy ass just wants to sit at home and play games. What the fuck is this world coming to, man? And look, as I said, you're entertained by it. Good on you, man. You know, I know fucking, I can name off the top of my head about 30 different creators who make content for free. Hell, I record shit off my iPhone. You don't see me opening up a fucking Patreon saying, hey, help me get out of the tent. I need money from you because I don't feel I deserve that. There are plenty of people out there who deserve a hell of a lot more money than I do. And I'll tell you who they are, right? They are the guys on the streets. They're the guys with nothing. They're the people who pick themselves back up and look at making themselves into something bigger than they are. They are not Darksyde Phil, who is a pretentious prick who sits there and says, I want to play games all day, so I need you to help me buy my games. Hell, you people went all fucking apeshit over Pete Dorr when he did this, right? And I disagreed with the way Pete went about it, but at least he makes documentaries on stores. You know, at least he makes documentaries on the dying art of retro gaming. He made a documentary about a trip that he went on to show you how impoverished some of these countries are and the shit that's going on around the world. Hell, I would pay a Patreon to see that sort of shit. But I wouldn't pay a Patreon to watch someone play games all day do nothing. Fuck, if you want someone to give you a step-by-step reference in terms of a game and how the mechanics work, go and sub to Fungo. Fungo Reviews, Play with Friends. Sub to those channels, because at least the dude knows what the fuck he's talking about, instead of DSP who sits there talking shit and expects you to hand over your hard-earned cash. Literally. DSP, comment on this video. Give a vlog response to me, because I would love to hear what the fuck you'll want to say, man. Because as far as I'm concerned, you can't touch me, right? I'm a dude who has nothing. I'm a dude who basically didn't rely on anyone else to build me back up. I relied on myself. Hell, I'm filming these videos to basically try and get a positive nature out there and let people know that there's not an end. There is only a beginning. And you can do this. You can make your way out of the shit that you're in. But don't be a lazy cunt and expect everyone else to pay your way. I'm sorry, how can you even live with yourself, dude? I'm out. That's it. Rant over. I'm sorry I had to do this because I don't like doing these rants, but it's disgusting. Fuck it. This is the world we live in, man. Idiocracy. It's going from a comedy into a fucking documentary because people are being stupid and eating this shit up. Seriously.